guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to a fall inspired full day of eating. I have some really good recipes to share with you guys today. We're doing a fall harvest salad that we had for dinner last night and it was so good. Ben was like, this is the best salad I've ever had. It has like a warm dressing and it's just really good. So we're having that for lunch. I'm making pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, which is like a recipe I make every single year. And tonight I'm making my favorite chili. That's what's on the menu for today. But this is my breakfast. I've been eating a higher protein breakfast and I actually haven't been eating like toast or anything with my breakfast very often. We've been doing steak a lot. We'll prep steak for the whole week and we specifically prep it to have with breakfast. I've just been focusing more on like higher protein, veggie dense, and then like fruit with my breakfast. That's just what's been feeling really good. But we got a sourdough this week. That's a little bit different than the one we usually get and it's really good. So I wanted to have a piece of that. The sausages that we get are also really good. The steak that we got, Ben just like forgot he had the grill on last night and it got super overcooked. So I did the sausages instead, which those we really like. And we also like the Applegate organic chicken sausage. Not as like an everyday thing, but just to just like have and just like enjoy here and there. So this is my breakfast. I'm going to eat and then it is time for a coffee. Alright you guys, it's a couple hours later and I'm about to make lunch, but first I'm going to film a reel / TikTok for pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. Then while they're baking, I will make lunch, but I'm going to either link the video down below that I make with the recipe or I'll put the recipe somewhere, but I'm going to film that. I might make it into like pumpkin chocolate chip bread instead. I've never tried it as a bread. I created this recipe like 8 years ago for a fall recipe ebook that I made and we've just loved it ever since. Let's hope that this works. I didn't make these last year, so I'm hoping that this recipe still works as well as it used to. All right, here's a little setup. We also have a very intricate puzzle going over there that we don't regret starting, but our kitchen table has kind of been taken over for the last week. This is my setup. Honestly, it's not the most ideal because when I'm filming a recipe video, I like for like the inside of something to not have a shadow. So if it was like more like that, for example, which is a lot easier to do the lower like the subject is. So like if I had this on the floor, it would work a lot better, but like the floor looks like a floor. I don't know. I'm going to get like a table. You can get like tabletops and then I'm going to start doing my videos on the floor so that I can kind of just avoid that. I know it's like really tiny, but with editing and stuff, it also makes it easier if there's less shadows. So just a random little content tip / idea, but I'm just getting everything prepped. I feel like I make way less of a mess when I'm doing recipe videos if I prep anything first. Like this, I'm going to melt the coconut oil first, crack the eggs, etc. All right, it is not looking good, but we will see. We will see if some magic happens in the oven, but right now it's not looking good. Hey, here's the beautiful aftermath. It doesn't matter what I do if I'm making a video, it just is a disaster. Like what is happening in this sink right now? But I'm going to make some lunch. I've been using a cheese grater for salads recently to do like veggies and stuff. I don't have like one of those, I think it's a mandolin slicer, I don't have one. So I've just been using this cheese grater. I usually do like the big slices, but I kind of want to try like shaved apple, like grated apple. I don't know. Ooh, I think that'd be really good. And I have some red onion, which I'm just going to cut myself. I love red onion, don't get me wrong, but it's just so strong. Like the sharpest knife ever. Doing arugula for me and Ben, so that's why it's kind of big. Some microgreens, which you could totally skip. I personally, I wish my head was in this, but I personally like chopped salad, so I feel like with the microgreens and like shredding the apple, it like binds it all together sort of. And then I like to break up the lettuce. You could also use scissors, but add in the onion and add in your apple. I made this dressing last night. It's a maple Dijon dressing and it's so good. So I will put the recipe on the screen, but it hardened a little bit in the fridge. So I'm just refreshing it with some olive oil. And it was the perfect amount for 2 salads last night and then 2 salads today. So if you're making less than that, I would just cut it in half. I'm also adding some raw pecans, or pecans, however you want to say it, and also some raw pistachios. You can do any like nut or seed that sounds good to you. This might bother some of you. I mix salad with my hands. It's the Italian way of making salad. Anyone in my family will stand by that. It kind of like softens the lettuce, which one is actually really good for your digestion to massage your greens before you eat them. But it also just mixes it really nicely. Here's our salad. It smells so good. Add the rest of the ingredients. I just heated up. We had the sweet potatoes and the rotisserie chicken just like prepped and shredded. So I just heated it up on one single pan, added a little olive oil. But the chicken's just olive oil and salt. I wanted to keep it really simple for the salad. Bring some goat cheese. Put it under the sweet potatoes so that they kind of melted a little. Sweet potatoes, which have cinnamon and sea salt on top. Here's our salad. I wish you guys could taste it. Let's do a little taste test, see if it's as good as it was last night. It's so good. It's like cinnamony and like tart from the apple, and then the Dijon has like a spice, and then the maple syrup and the arugula and the sweet potato and the sea salt, and then the goat cheese is like creamy. I recommend trying. So good. I will be making this for the foreseeable future. Pumpkin bread actually turned out, I feel like it dipped a little in the middle, it rose, and then when I took it out, it dipped back down. But other than that, it's like a really good like bouncy texture. About to shower. I just got done with the workout, but a little hair tip that works really well for me. Can't guarantee how am I holding my camera? Look at my hand. But just a little way that I love to keep my hair cleaner in between washes is that this might sound gross, but I blow dry my sweaty hair right away before I get in the shower. Like the quicker I dry it, the cleaner it stays. So I blow dry it and then I get in the shower with my hair like up in a towel. And that also helps like with the heat up in a towel. You'll kind of get like volume because it's up like that while you're in the shower. So just a little hair tip, but I'm gonna shower and then we're going to go make dinner. I have everything out to make dinner. I'm doing chili. I didn't grow up eating chili. I grew up in an Italian household. This was definitely not a staple in my family. But I used to cook for a friend's family and this is easy to make a lot of, so I would make this for them and have been making it ever since. It's definitely not a traditional chili, but it is really, really good. I threw it together one day and we really like it. So I have red peppers. I also have some roasted red peppers just because I like a lot of peppers. We were a little low. Well, it doesn't look like we were low on peppers, but I like a lot of red peppers, and we had we had these, so I added some of those. I have some fresh garlic, sweet onion, garbanzo beans, and black beans, which I don't really love black beans, so I'm only doing half the can. And then 1 can of diced tomatoes. And then the trick that I love is to use a tomato sauce instead of crushed tomatoes because it adds more flavor. And then taco seasoning, trust me on this, it will not taste like a taco. You're not going to add the whole thing, and there's so many other flavors, it won't taste like a taco. And then some pepper flakes, salt and pepper also. And then for the meat, I'm using this ground venison, but any like red ground meat would work. So that is everything. We're gonna start cooking. I'm gonna see what the lighting's like because I might make a TikTok, but we will see. I have everything in except for the meat, and I'll put the recipe either down below from the video or I'll write it on the screen. I'm going to brown the meat in this pan before I put it in there. So the trick with browning, you want to get the pan really, really, really super hot. Like that is so hot. And like you want to hear that when you put it down. That's when you know it's hot enough. And then just let that sit until the bottom browns. For toppings, I have a little bit of cilantro, green onion, and then this sour cream. We love this sour cream. It's kind of like not quite as thick, and it's a little sweet. Like it doesn't have sugar or anything, but it just tastes a little bit sweeter for some reason. It's really, really good. Final product, I typically make it a little bit thicker. I added some broth to thin it out, and I think I added a little bit too much for my liking, but still tastes really good. So I'm gonna let this cool for the next like hour because I don't like my food super hot. Ben's working late tonight, so it's a solo dinner date, which means it's a puzzle dinner date with myself. We are a true Pennsylvania couple. Ben is an Eagles fan, I'm a Steelers fan, but he won on the puzzle decision for this, so it is what it is. But I'm going to eat this and I'll see you guys in a little bit. It's the next day. I completely forgot to vlog my dessert last night, which was a drink that I wanted to show you guys and just like end off the video. But this is one of my favorite little like nighttime drinks, but also kind of acts as a dessert because it's a healthy cocoa mix. So it's like a sweet hot chocolate. I had it in my videos before, but it has a lot of great ingredients. Supports gut health, immunity, and calming, and muscle recovery. I said this before, I don't know what the muscle recovery part is, but yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching the video. I ended up redoing the pumpkin bread. I have pumpkin muffins that I changed up the recipe with a different flour. I don't know what happened. I think part of it was just that I made it into bread, but part of it like just didn't seem right yesterday. And I was going to go ahead and like share that recipe. I made the reel and everything, had it edited, had it ready to go. And then all night last night, every time I like walked by the pumpkin bread, I didn't even want to take a bite. And that's when I was like, okay, I probably shouldn't share this recipe. So we will see. These are, do I have chocolate all over my face? I literally just had to take so many bites for like the bite clip of the reel. That is like one of the most awkward things to do, which I'm like, I don't even like to do that. You don't know what I'm talking about. It's like in reels or TikToks where like the person takes the bite. It's silly, but like a recipe video without that has like no personal touch, like without your face in it. And I think it's like just an easy way to do that, but I literally just downed like a muffin and a half to get a bite that wasn't awkward. These are amazing, like one of my favorite desserts I've ever made. So I will put the recipe somewhere, either the video or the recipe somewhere here. You guys have to try it. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. I have a lot of like fall cozy cooking videos to come. So if you're new, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.